right, so it is day one here at the Animal AgTech Innovation Summit in Dallas, Texas, and it has already been kicking off to a great start. Here in the convention hall, we have multiple different booths, but I want to talk about you and what we're doing. Kicking off right off the start, can you please tell your name, where you're from, and what you do?
Thanks for having me here, Emma, with you. I'm Leonardo Sa, so I'm based in Brazil. I'm in charge of what we call the Precision Service Global Hub. So what we do, we develop the digital solutions for DSM Firmenich, and also we are in charge of the business model development and strategy deployment to expand the business model worldwide in all regions that we operate. So we have 120 people in the digital hub, from UX to software developers, architects, and data scientists.
Very cool. So in the expansion into the U.S., what has been some of the changes that you've been seeing either demographically or just society-wise between Brazil and implementation here in the U.S.?
In U.S. today we have Verax, one of our solutions targeting broilers, integrators. So Verax is in charge, of taking blood samples of broilers and predict diseases using AI. So that's what we have in place for U.S. market right now. It's pretty much similar, what we've seen in Brazil. Large integrators with farmers, in an integrated system, providing the service to feed the animals, and then the animals are slaughtered by the integrator. And so we have large players, very concentrated market, just like we have in Brazil. But regarding to FarmTel, that we are willing to expand also to United States, I believe there is a tremendous opportunity because the solution we have is designed for large feedlots and large ranches, so which has been a pretty good market in the United States as well. So feedlots over 10,000 heads capacity, and it's really similar. I can say that probably Brazil is facing a transformation that happened in a sector in US a long time ago, where you have large players, doing a consolidation, and small family-owned farmers, and somehow the guys in the middle, they are, disappearing, and that's quite a trend that happened in the US in the past, and is happening right now in Brazil.
Interesting. So when you're talking about the AI, what % confidence are we looking at, and what the target is versus what it is today?
Yeah, it's a good question. So Lori has been deployed in large feedlots, and it's helping the feedlot manager to take the decisions. Because most of those guys, they don't have time, right? They run day to day. They have to take care of so many, complex things in a feedlot operation. And then Lori is in charge to take care of data analysis for them. So generating warnings of what is going right or wrong in a daily work routine operation, predict body weight gain. So the prediction model is one of the first models that came up to end customers, is using 60 different things in the daily work routine to predict the body weight gain, achieving 92% of accuracy right now. So you don't need to scale the animals between the 150 or 190 days on feed. So the algorithm will day to day, predict and also identify what is going wrong on the feeding process or feeding formulation or whatever the problem is on the daily work routine.
Wonderful. And so when you're talking about that data collection, what points is it capturing?
Data collection is, we are capturing the amount of feed that has been delivered pen by pen, right?
And how are you doing that?
We have a tag that identifies the limits of the pen in a digital scale in a feed truck. So the difference between the two weights is the amount that was actually delivered. We still have, like in US, the bunker reading process, like a manual bunker reading process. We have another, app that cowboys collect data from whatever is happening in the pen, like presence of mud, flies, or if the water trough is clean, if you have water quality and all that stuff. Of course, you can use sensors for that as well, but in majority part of the feedlots, they do it manual. And one of the interesting things that we have is the deviation of feed ingredient by feed ingredient when you load the feed truck. So you have small deviations, and actually what happened is you have PhD nutritionist that is doing a state-of-art formulation, but actually the operation is not delivering that.
Always percent error.
Yes, or to the animal. So we call that precise, the KPI is called precise feeding, and then it also includes the time of the feed has been delivered to the specific pen, which can't fluctuate day by day, otherwise the animals get a little bit anxious, and then they're like kids, right? They want to do like babies. They want to receive the food day by day at the same time. So it's actually small things that we've been tracking on the daily work routine that will allow us to take the decision of what mistakes that we are doing today, to put the feedlot on track for the feed conversion in the future, right? Once we have the feed conversion, I can't do anything. I can't go back on time and fix the operation. So what we do is like bring a concept where we drill down to the microprocesses and then translate that to a lag indicator such as body weight gain in a prediction model and say, listen, with your operation today, animals are performing like that, and it's probably above your target, and those are the processes you need to take care of. Those are the processes you need to fix.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And so how many operations are you here, or how many states are you here in the United States?
For Verax, probably we are operating in more than 20 states.
Wow.
Yes.
Very impressive.
And next year, we're going to have Lori Beef, which is the AI layer that I'm explaining to you here in the US. I'm excited too. Yes.
So what has been some of the feedback that you've been getting from producers? Has there been anything within expectations of the results they've been seeing, or has there been some things maybe you weren't expecting that's just an extra icing on the cake?
Yeah, one thing that we've seen, right, with data to validate a solution like Lori, we have one big customer in Brazil. It's a 70,000 capacity feedlot, and it was already a very, let's say, mature, considering management process feedlot with a wonderful operation, a world-class operation, I would say, and we had up to 9% of feed conversion improvement.
Really? 9?
After the year we introduced LOR technology to the feed truck drivers and the feed managers. So yes. So and feedback that we've been receiving is like, really we don't have time to go to a BI panel, do hours of analysis and figure out what's going wrong.
Right.
So what Lori is doing is like a secretary that is doing all the hard work for me. So it's generating warnings, push screens, and telling me what's really happening in the feedlot. So give them peace of mind. So I remember one of the customers that said, we used to come back on Sundays early from town, and then stop at least 1 hour of my leisure, losing my leisure time with family. And now I have Lori doing that for me. So I don't have to spend, to change time that I was spending with my family to take care of analysis of data of the feedlot, because Lori is doing that for me. So it's also about, quality of living for those feedlot managers as well.
That's exciting. Yes. So you said the beef side is coming into the United States. Are you accepting beta users at this time?
Yeah, we are looking for pilots in the United States. So we are looking for feedlots to run a pilot. Everything that we develop is together with our customers. So we don't believe in another method to do technology, right? So we run design sprints and discovery sessions involving cowboys, feed truck drivers, feedlot managers, feedlot owners, and then that's how we develop a solution, because we need to make sure that we're solving the real pain points those guys have, and we are delivering value for them. Well,
I definitely see where this is going to be coming up down the road. It's super exciting to see companies such as this actually take into consideration not only the lifestyle that we have here in the Western industry, but also the innovation, the efficiency, and the productivity of our cattle we have on feed. So for those who are interested, how can they get in contact with either you or how do they get involved with your company?
Guys, you can contact me directly, so you can find me on LinkedIn, Leonardo Sa from DSM Firmenich, or even contact our sales team here in United States.
Well, wonderful. Thank you for your time.
Emma.
Appreciate it.